It's Monday, which means it's time for another Modern Motherhood segment. Jacksonville Mom contributor and influencer Blakely Vinicki joins me now with some unexpected family-friendly places around Jacksonville. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
And are we going to start with kind of some of the places that you are going to be mentioning, or do we want to start with how to find those places first?
You know, let's start with how to find them.
Okay.
Because it's a little funky.
Oh,
I mean,
really?
It's not, but you know, people kind of are afraid to explore new places with their kids or go out to places that they think might be adult friendly only.
I see. Okay.
So I think that's kind of the thing. I mean, I have a whole list on a blog post today that went up on Jacksonville Mom of places that my husband and I have kind of just found off the beaten path that you wouldn't quite expect to be a fun family place that surprisingly are.
Okay, well, let's start with Gray Matter. What is that?
Gray Matter is a distillery. It's in Atlantic Beach toward Mayport just a little bit, but it is a huge open space. They make their own, you know, liquors, so you would think that I'm not going to take my kids to a distillery, but it's very family friendly. The owners have children of their own, so they make sure it's fun for kids, and they have games.
Looks like they are having fun right there.
My kids love to go. There's pizza next door, so we get pizza and just make it a fun little family night, and we get to have a grown-up conversation and a good cocktail while the kids have a good time.
Oh, is that you and your hubby?
That's me and my hubby having one of their good cocktails.
And was that your daughter dancing?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
She's 7.
All right, Midtown Table.
Midtown Table. It's off Gate Parkway near St. John's Town Center. A really good restaurant, but the cool thing about them is they have this awesome outside lawn with big giant lawn games, a putting green, space for the kids to run and play, so while they're waiting on their food, they're not sitting there antsy annoying all the other patrons who are waiting for their food. They're playing, having a good time, and then when their food comes, they're ready to eat.
Awesome. And then what about, I don't know how to pronounce this one. It's R-E-V-E.
Rev. It's Rev Brewing, which is right next to Gray Matter. Yes, it's a brewery, but they also have the pizza place inside. So it's kind of like a 3-in-1. Beer, cocktails, pizza, all family friendly, all great for adults. Yeah, it's a good spot.
Yeah, okay, that sounds good to me. What about Ink Factory?
Ink Factory.
Almost sounds like a tattoo
place. I feel like a lot of these are breweries, but breweries honestly are so great for
and sometimes they allow dogs
pets,
too.
Yes, and they do a lot of fun games. Ink Factory does a great Father's Day event. So they encourage all the families to come and have activities for the dads, really goofy, and the kids involved. So it's just things you might not think of at these places that are so much fun. And
they got some games there.
Yes, my daughter loves to play arcade. If you can win a stuffed animal, it's the best day ever for her.
But it's like for kids and kids at heart. Look how excited he is.
He got one. He finally got his last $1. We got one.
Oh, that's so
And it's worth the extra money we're going to spend on the arcades for them to have a good time, and we get to have a grown-up conversation. You know?
Yeah, definitely. All right, so let me guess. Another brewery, Keg and Coin.
Keg and Coin is not a brewery. It's an arcade. It's down in 5 Points.
I got it wrong.
But they do have a bar. I think they have some little snacks and not like a full kitchen and stuff. There's lots of restaurants in 5 Points that are family friendly as well. But it's big open space, lots of games to play.
Yeah.
And when you don't have family in town like we don't, we can't get a sitter for everything. So we have to find a reason to go out with the children somewhere that they're going to behave and they're allowed to just still be kids and have fun, where we can actually have a good time too.
Right. So let's talk about some of your kids' favorites.
Yeah, my daughter.
And their ages. You said 7.
I have 7 and 2, both girls. So the places that we go, you know, are for those ages, but we've been taking them out since they were newborns. We go with friends who have kids up to 16. So a lot of these places are good for everyone. Yeah, she loves Wicked Barley. She begs to go to the place with chicken fingers and the sand, and that's Wicked Barley to her. Yeah,
that's so cool. Yeah. And then are there certain times, though, that it would go from kid-friendly to...
Yeah, so I mean, anywhere where they're serving adult beverages, I would always like deter going like past 6 or 7, you know, because it gets older. So, and like Keg and Coin, they allow kids up until 9 p.m.
Okay.
So if you're going to go a little bit later, make sure you call and ask if it's okay for families and kids to come. But for the most part, especially during the day, it's a great little outing. I mean, throwbacks off of Beach Boulevard, an arcade. Very retro. My husband's
learning about
favorite
all these places
place.
right now. That's so
They have food, they have drinks, they have arcade, and you buy a wristband, $15 at the door, and it's unlimited games.
That's cool. Thank you so much for joining us today.
For having me.
JacksonvilleMom.com to see that blog post that she said she posted with all the more info if you need it again. But Dave, we're going to toss it over.